Greetings, hunters, and welcome back to my channel. This is Zemo from Emo Gaming, and welcome to another Monster Hunter World news update video. Sorry for being absent for the past few weeks. Things have been conspiring against me, but alas, this is not the time to be discussing my life's woes. Let's get right into the news. So going back about the beginning of July, Game Informer announced that they would be getting some special hands-on interviews and the like with Capcom regarding Monster Hunter World Iceborne. And during that, we discovered that Barioth is actually returning to Iceborne, and that he is going to be the apex predator of the Hoarfrost Reach. Unfortunately, since Capcom hasn't revealed Barioth themselves directly, we have not got any new bios on their website or anything like that. And then also about last week, exactly a week as of recording this, Capcom released what they called it, a developer diary, but it included a new trailer for Iceborne and everything, and they showed us a few new features. Starting off with some new monsters that they announced. They showed us Glavenus, which was teased at the end of the trailer before that. So they showed us Glavenus. They showed us a couple new subspecies. They have a subspecies for Anjanath known as the Fulgur Anjanath, which is an Anjanath that's native to the Hoarfrost Reach, and that it uses thunder element rather than fire. And the fact that they also showed us a Ebony Odogaron, which is just a giant black Odogaron that utilizes the dragon element to attack. And the way it uses its dragon element is fairly similar to how Deviljho uses its dragon element. And so many have speculated that it might be an Odogaron that survived a Deviljho attack. I actually think it's slightly different. I think it's an Odogaron that found the corpse of a dead Deviljho and simply ate it. Because you gotta remember, Odogaron is a scavenger. He's ferocious as hell, but he's a scavenger, as are most monsters are native to the Rotten Vale. But alas, those are the new monsters that they showed us. They all look rather interesting. I actually think that Fulgur Anjanath is going to be my favorite of those three. Just because I feel that Anjanath kind of got the short end of things, because there's always going to be a monster that's in his position. And that is that he is a tier 1 monster, but he's meant to be like the last tier 1 monster before you start fighting tier 2 monsters. Theoretically, obviously you go to the Coral Highlands and the Rotten Vale after you fight Anjanath in the story, but you can't deny that Anjanath is probably the toughest tier 1 monster, and he's kind of like the gatekeeper to tier 2. And so I'm hoping that this new subspecies of Fulgur Anjanath will bring Anjanath fights into a tier 2 level difficulty. Moving on, they also showed us the new gathering hub for it, which seems to be a hot spring resort. They added a whole bunch of the new features that you could go about and do in Celiana. You can go and do them in this new gathering hub, such as your Botanical Research Center, your Argosy, you can manage your investigations and all that, all well in the gathering hub. But you also have quick access to the armory, which is a big plus. But on the plus side, not only do you have quick access to the armory, but within the armory, you can actually manage layered armor. So by the looks of things, according to the trailer, it looks like you can actually go and craft layered armor for the monster armor sets. Not like all the previous layered armor sets that we've unlocked, but like our layered armor sets of the monster's armor. Like if you want the Bambro armor that makes you look like a Viking, but because Bambro is probably a very early game Iceborne monster, his gear probably won't be good in the end game. Well, now you can find a way to craft the Bambro layered armor, and you can look like a Viking with meta build gear equipped to your character in the end game. And yeah, so that's pretty much all for the big news. Moving on to the event news, Capcom announced that leading up to the Iceborne's launch on September 6th, they're going to be going and adding all the previous seasonal events. So you got yourself your spring celebration, your summer celebration. They're gonna making them so they all run a week long. So all the weeks leading up until the launch of Iceborne, they're going to be bringing back all the celebrations. So moving on to the event quests with consoles. Starting off with the 18th, they have Triple Threat Throwdown, which is an event which has them fight a Dodogama, a Great Gyros, and a Jagras. They have a Nose for an Eye, which is meant to increase your hunter rank, where you fight a Anjanath and a Rathalos. When Blue Dust surpassed Red Lust, which is Arch-Tempered Lunastra. Heralds of Destruction Cry, which is Arch-Tempered Nergigante. And that's all for the event quests for consoles this week. Like I said, starting next week is when we are getting the first event quest for... I say event quest. First celebration leading up to Iceborne. I believe it's probably going to be the Summer Festival, because it hasn't happened yet. But yeah, next week is going to be the Summer Festival week. So all the event quests will be back to that next week. So all the events, all the challenge quests, all that kind of stuff. Moving on over to the PC side, not console. Starting for this week, we have Chew the Fat, which has you hunt 2 Great Jagras, low rank ones for their materials. Then you have Yaku with that, which has you hunt both Titsyaku and Akuliyaku in the special arena, low rank versions. Then they also have Wildspire Bolero, which is just a marathon of monsters in the Wildspire Waste. We have This Is How Revolt Start, which is you fight a high rank Diablos and Black Diablos. Relish the moment, so PC players are getting themselves Tempered Devil Joe, the Eye of the Storm, which is Arch-Tempered Kushala Daora, and we are also getting Heralds of Destruction Cry, which is obviously Arch-Tempered Nergigante. Once again, they are also getting all the event quests coming with the festivals starting next week. So not today, but on the 18th, but on the 25th is when that starts. And to wrap this video off, I just got to explain now that the news is out of the way. For those of you that are still interested, this is just a quick summary of why I haven't been able to upload as much recently. Mostly because my department at where I work, it is very short-staffed to start with, but we just lost our manager. And so we're looking for a new manager as well as just regular associates. Then, to top it all off, a couple of our associates are actually on vacation that they had planned back like 2 months ago. And so it's literally like me and one other person trying to do the job of like 6 people. So if I don't update videos as nearly as often right now, that's why. But this is just a warning for those that might want to know like why I might not be updating fairly recently. This is why, and apologies for the, gonna just say it, a very poor commentary of this video. I am trying to get this video out. Like, I am literally recording this today at 1:50 p.m. Pacific time, trying to get it out before 5 o'clock, which is when the reset happens. But alas, this has been Nemo from Nemo Gaming, and I would like to once again say, let the Sapphire Star light your way. Later, hunters. See you next week, hopefully.